Hi and welcome back to the Red Panda Co. I am Tasha, and it has been a long time since I have recorded anything. Hopefully by this point you have seen something else, but it's been a long month. September was a very long month, and it was really hard to get motivated to record anything. So anything you saw was probably pre-recorded, but it is September 30th. It is almost October, which I can't even believe it. But today in this video I'm gonna do another studio vlog since they're kind of fun, and since we're going into like the Christmas holiday, I am looking down at my jewelry making things on the table. I'm actually making a bunch of jewelry. So in normal fashion, hopefully this isn't too boring, but I'll tell you a little bit about the next Etsy launch. So the last launch was all of our fall and Halloween necklaces, and so far they have done amazing. Everybody who has ordered one, who's watched this, thank you so much. It's been super fun to see them on everybody's dolls and stuff like that, so it's been really cool. I am almost out of some colors already. I have the pumpkin necklace and the leaf necklaces and my Halloween necklaces. The Halloween necklaces, there's still something of all of those, and so if you're interested, I'll probably throw them on the screen as I was talking about them, so you'll know what I'm talking about. But most of those are still in stock, but some of the colors are a little bit low in stock. So if you want those, definitely make sure you get them, because I don't actually know if I'm going to restock those or not. I have toyed with the idea of restocking the Halloween ones, but we're not sure yet. Anyway, let's talk about what we're doing in this launch. And anything mentioned in this video should be up in the shop. I will make a note down in the description if something you see in this video isn't on the shop, but otherwise these will all be on the shop. So first and foremost, I have been making these. So this one right now, I just have to sew in the end. These are little crocheted hats, and they're super cute. So I got this pack of yarn from Hobby Lobby, and it's just this like yarn bee. It's super soft yarn, and it's just got like these different colors. Like obviously this is a different pack, but I pulled it apart. But I got 2 packs of these, and they're all like very like fall colored themed. That's kind of what I was going for. And I think they're really cute. I love the colors, and this is gonna be my other color scheme. So we're gonna have one of each color. The problem is that's all I'm gonna be able to do with this yarn, because this is pretty much what I have left over after I do one hat, and I'm really not sure if that's gonna be enough to make another one. So what I'm probably gonna do is only list one of each color, and then I will probably take whatever's left over and do like some stripes and some mixed colors and patterns and stuff like that. So keep your eye out for that, but these are the ones I've made so far, all of these solid colors. And they're super cute and super soft. I'll throw a picture up too on what they look like on the girls, and you'll also see them on the Etsy shop. So that's the first one. That's kind of more of a fall launch. And I actually hope to have those up really soon. So those might be up way before you see this video. But the other thing that I have going on is necklaces. So I've got some Christmas necklaces happening. I'm actually sitting down right now to work on them. And here's one. It's a little bow, a little Christmas bow. Little Quinn is modeling it. I've got this in 4 colors. So I've got this little gold, a silver, and then a shiny green. And I love them. These are actually shiny, and this one's actually more of a matte color, so that's kind of cool. I was planning on putting these on silver necklaces, but I put a poll up in my Instagram just now asking if I should put the gold one on a gold chain instead of silver, because that kind of makes sense. But I opted for a silver because I don't actually have a whole lot of necklaces in silver at this point. Most of my necklaces are in gold because they have gold detailing. So that's why I'm like, well, since this one doesn't have as much gold detailing, I figured we could use silver in this. So I've got quite a few Christmas necklace ideas. My other one is these little snowflakes, and they come in 4 colors. So there's this white, this little teal color, then there is a gray, like a blue gray, and then this like kind of navy cerulean blue. And they are also gold, so they'll be on gold. I can't really show it. They'll be on gold chain. And then there is a just a bunch of different kinds of Christmas charms down here too. I'll probably show in a different clip like how many there actually are. They just came in this like bag. I got all these from Amazon. And there's just these like tiny little charms. This one's probably one of my favorites. This one's also in white. The problem with these is there's not very many. There's not very many of each of them. So there's only probably like 2 or 3 of each. And so I can't keep that many in stock. But I am going to try to make as many as I can without completely overwhelming everybody, and me included. But there's just a couple of really, really cute ones. And it's gonna be really hard for me to choose which ones to make into necklaces and which ones not to. So, and there's like a little Christmas tree. Anyway, I'll have to just pan down here and show you because I'll sit here forever trying to show you all of them. But anyway, that is what I have for the Christmas necklaces. So I'll have those up in the shop, and then I'm also gonna have hats. And if the hat launch goes really well, I will probably do a collection of winter colors. So these are like the fall colors, and then I'll go and get some like blues and grays and like cooler colors for winter, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be fun. If you're interested in like a Christmas color theme, let me know, because I will do that too. I'll do some reds and greens and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the intro of what's happening and what you're going to watch me make in this video, because I've barely started making them, except for the hats, obviously. I've made a handful of those. Anyway, this is a long intro. I'm the queen of long intros. I talk a lot, so I'm sorry about that. But it's been a while since I've recorded, so I'm kind of excited about it. And the weather's cooling down, and I'm really, really excited about that. So anyway, there's the update. Hopefully you guys enjoy this stuff. I don't ever know what people are gonna like and what people are not gonna like, so hopefully you like it. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite thing once you watch the whole video. And yeah. Okay, I thought I was done recording. Obviously I put my hair back up, but I forgot about this hat. So this is gonna be like how I'm gonna package the hats up, I think. So I'm gonna take it out of the packaging. This is a variegated one, and I actually have enough of this yarn to probably do a couple more of these. So hopefully these will be more in stock than the other, like the solid colors. But I hope you can see that. It's super pretty. I love it. This is one of my favorites. I'm actually think I'm gonna make one for myself or for my girls. Also, I wanted to mention, because I just remembered this after I watched back my hair. I don't know what my hair's doing. After I watched back what I just recorded, I literally just recorded it and then watched it back, threw my hair up. Anyway, I remembered that I signed up. Someone on Instagram messaged me about a convention, a doll convention in Dallas. And so I went to go look at it and noticed that their vendor part, you know, when you want to apply to be a vendor to sell things at a convention, their vendor application was still up on their website, even though it kind of looked like they had already chosen their people already. But I noticed that the vendor application was still up, and so I decided just on a whim to fill out the vendor application. I've not heard back. I'm not totally confident that I have enough stuff that they would be interested in having me as a vendor. And if, you know, because this is like a general doll convention, so it's not just smart dolls. And so I don't know. I'm very specialized in smart doll because those are the only dolls I've ever had. Not that I won't get more like different kinds of ball jointed dolls in the future, but that's just currently what I have at the moment. And so I don't know if they're gonna want me or if you know, they're gonna choose me to table at their event. But I did send in an application, so hopefully cross your fingers that I end up getting into that convention, because I would love that. I did an anime convention last year in January. I also applied for that one again. But I did that for my second Etsy shop called The Red Panda Co. Confusing, I know. The Red Panda Co. is also my YouTube channel name, even though I talk about smart dolls. So eventually we'll get the name straightened out. But if you see The Red Panda Co. on Etsy, that's also me. I did a convention with that shop last year, and it was so much fun. And I could only imagine how fun it would be to do it with dolls. So if I do get chosen for that, I'm gonna be having a ton of different stuff. I've got all of these ideas of things that I want to bring for any doll that could work for any doll, not just smart dolls. So anyway, if you have any ideas, or if you're going to Dallas Doll Convention, I think that's what it's called. I'll double check that and throw it on the screen. In January, I think it's the first weekend in January. Sorry. I think it's the first weekend in February. If you're going, even if I don't table, I think I'm going to go anyway. So I will make some sort of announcement if that's what ends up happening. And so if you are in the area, then you can come, we can connect, I guess. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because I'm really excited about it. And I'm really, really hoping that I end up getting chosen. I'm not confident in that. I know my Etsy shop has done really well the last few months. I've made quite a lot of sales, and so I know that they look at that because you send them the link to your shop. So hopefully that's enough. Hopefully someone liked it enough to be interested and let me and allow me to table at their event. So I'll hopefully have an update for that in this vlog, so you can come see me if you're close by. And yeah, that would be cool. Anyway, I just wanted to give that update really quick. So my desk isn't as messy as it has been, but it's still a disaster right now. But these are all the charms. There's so many, and there's still more. There's still more in this bag. Like, look at all these. I am overwhelmed. There's so many cute ones, but I'm not really sure if I'm gonna be able to make all of them, you know, because it might just be overwhelming. So if you see a charm in here that you would really like to be a necklace, message me on Instagram and I can make you one, because I probably won't. I'm gonna have to pick and choose what I end up making necklaces out of. So if you see a necklace in here and you don't see it on my Etsy shop, send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is RileyBearSmartDoll, RileyBear.SmartDoll. I'll put it on the screen. And let me know if you see something that you really want to be a necklace. Message me on there and I can make it for you. And I will just make, you know, a different listing for you to pay for it. It'll be the same price. I'm not gonna price it up or anything. It'll be the same price as the rest of my necklaces. Just let me know, because there's just too many for me to choose. But look how cute they are. Good morning or afternoon, I think. It is October 3rd, and I'm working on Christmas necklaces. So I mentioned this, you probably saw this on the last clip, these little charms, these Christmas charms. So I actually narrowed down what I thought would sell as far as the Christmas charms, and I have the other ones in this little bag still, but what I might do is make necklaces, little freebie necklaces. And so if anybody orders $30 or more worth of product on my shop, you get a free one. So that's what I'm thinking. But as these guys are concerned, this is what's going to be up in the shop. They all at least have 3, if not 4 charms, so don't worry, this isn't going to be everything, but this is one of everything that's going to be there. Good afternoon. It is about 1 o'clock. It's lunchtime for me, and it is October 10th. And I was working on some hats today. It looks like a mess, but I promise it will come together. Sorry about my hair and the look. I don't know. I didn't really care enough to look decent on camera. I don't care. Anyway, I was just about to sit down for lunch, and I got something in the mail, and I figured I wanted to throw the camera on so I could show them to you. First off, I got ink for my printer. My mom got me a Brother printer for Christmas last year, and it was great. It came with ink, which is not normal. It works just fine. I use that printer to make my eyes, my smart doll eyes, and it's great. I love it, but I just ran out of ink, and the ink for this printer is so hard to find. You can find Brother printer ink at like Walmart and Office Depot, not Home Depot. But for whatever reason, I just could not find my printer, which I think is this one right here. I just could not find the printer ink for my printer. And so I had to find it on Amazon, which sometimes Amazon is not cheaper. But this printer ink is actually pretty cheap considering. The printer is basic. It's a basic printer. I also use it to print my labels and stuff like that. But got some printer ink. But what I wanted to show is these. Okay. I'm gonna need some scissors. I know this doesn't look like much, but my mom makes, it's called Penang curry. You get it at the Asian store, and it's delicious. She gave me some to eat, and I'm glad because I didn't have anything else to eat today. let me just destroy this box. Okay, so they're just thrown in this little box, which is kind of annoying, but like some of my other charms, they came with like little plastic bits, but these ones are cute. Okay, so these are, and there's tons of them in here. These are little like pastries. I don't know if you can see this. I tried to get decent lighting, but there's a ton of these little plastic pastry charms. I don't know how I can show you them. Let's just show them one at a time. So there's like this little egg and the waffle, and there's a little croissant. Well, just a little loaf of bread. Here's another little like braided loaf. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see these. There is a muffin, a blueberry muffin. Anyway, there's just a bunch of little charms, and I just thought these were cute. Some of them are kind of big and bulky, and so I don't know how well they're gonna look on necklaces, but I don't know. I just thought they were super cute, and I kind of loved them. And there's a ton in here. So hopefully, I went on kind of like a jewelry, like charm shopping spree, because these probably won't be out for a while. I am working on my Christmas ones at the moment. So I know I'm showing these in this video, but these are actually not going to be up on the shop by the time this video comes out. But I got them in the mail and I had to share them because they are going to be eventually for the shop for necklaces. But I was thinking, I don't have a whole lot of listings up on my Etsy shop right now, and I'd like to work on that. I'd like to work on beefing up the amount of listings that I have. I will be in this next launch because there's going to be quite a few hats and quite a few necklaces, Christmas necklaces. But I think these ones are going to be put on the shop probably at the start of the year. So probably January, February. This will probably be the launch after my next launch. But I wanted to show them to you because they're cute. I also got these little video game charms in a few different colors. There's tons of them in here. There's like black, white, navy blue, the peach, and the purple. There's like tons of them in here. And I think they're just cute. I don't know. I really liked them. I found them on Amazon. I'm very transparent. So if you want to go find these on Amazon, you totally can. But I don't know. I just thought they were kind of cute. There's the white one and then this navy blue color. Not all of the little details are super well painted in, but most of them are okay. But we've got this blue, and then we've got this like lilac purple. We got a red. We got a peach. We've got a darker pink, and then a lighter pink, and then black and white. So those are cute, right? I thought these were cute. They are on the big side, but again, some of the bigger charms do okay when they're a little bit longer. So yeah, there you go. To figure out a better way to store them than just in these boxes. It's a little weird to me that they just threw them in these boxes, but that's fine. Anyway, I wanted to get on and show you that because I think it's cool. I don't know. I'm really excited to get you excited. If you like these and you're not really interested in the next Christmas launch or the hats or anything like that, or if they sell out really quickly, and you like these, there is actually quite a few quantities, so I don't think these would sell out super fast or anything like that. The next launch, I've mentioned this before, which might sell out a little bit quicker because I have smaller quantities of everything, especially the hats, because like I've mentioned prior to this, probably in a prior clip, is I'm only making one hat of each color because of the amount of yarn I have. So if you're interested in these guys, I have the link down below of my shop. Just favorite it and it should give you a notification when I put these up. I also will probably do another studio vlog, so hopefully you will, if you subscribe to the channel, you should get the notification of the studio vlog as well. Anyway, quick check-in. because it's been quite a few days since I've done anything, and I'm sorry if this bugs you. My hair has a mind of its own apparently. Anyway, what do you think? Do you like the charms? Do you not? Let me know down in the comments below. Good afternoon or morning or evening, whatever it is. It's, October 12th. I don't know. I think it's been a couple days since I've been on camera. And I apologize for just talking to you most of the time and not actually showing you what I'm doing. I know I showed a couple days ago when I was recording, I recorded myself making this little hat. So there's that, but I haven't shown any footage of me making necklaces. Don't worry, it's coming because I have a lot of Christmas necklaces I need to make still. But today I've got hats that I'm gonna make. But I wanted to check in really quick because why not? Also, I got this cute t-shirt. Look how cute. I mean, okay, it's wet because of my hair, but it's so cute, isn't it? It's very fall-y because I love fall and Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays. So that is the reason I also picked these colors. So I mentioned before, I've shown these. This is the first color set that I did, and they're very like muted fall colors. And then I got this set, which is a little less muted. And so I'm excited. These are super pretty and cute and I love them so much. Yeah, here's that variegated one. Anyway, we're working on putting these ones together. So as a disclaimer, I guess, another reason why I'm facing the camera today. First and foremost, I don't care if you all know how I make these. If you can figure out how to make them yourself, if you crochet, go right ahead. You don't have to buy them. So I don't mind showing the process of how I put these together. But also, just as a disclaimer, if you're interested in any of these hats, they're not going to be all the exact same because I am lazy. I'm a lazy crocheter. I've been crocheting for probably since college. So if I were to count, probably close to 10 years, which is not a lot of time compared to what other older men and women have probably crocheted for. Like your grandma probably crochets or knits, and she's probably been knitting for as long as I've been alive. So 10 years is really not that much, but in the amount of time that I have, I would consider myself an intermediate crocheter in all honesty. And I don't like to count my stitches. So I am not a counter at all. So what I basically did is I eyeballed these. I will make sure that they all fit the girls and that they're not too big or they're not too small. So far, all of the ones I've made so far fit just fine. But basically, I don't have a pattern for this. I really just chain however long. I have at least one that's not put together yet. And I just kind of put the chain against it just to see if it fits the length. And if it's around the same length, I just do it. So as a disclaimer, none of these are going to be the same size because I don't count anything. So, and I say how long I've been doing it for because I can eyeball it decently well. You can't tell eyeball wise that I did not count the stitches on these, but I guarantee that these are not all the same size. You might not be able to tell right away, but if you get two hats that don't look the same size, don't be surprised, I guess is what I'm trying to say. These are handmade, and I eyeballed these. I did not count my stitches. I have no pattern for this. I just kind of put them up against each other as I'm working on it, and I'm like, okay, that's about the same length. So anyway, that's to say that I'm not sharing a pattern necessarily, but this is basically how I make them, right? So when we start, we go from this to this basically. And so what I do is I will fold it in half. I leave a really long tail. This is way too long, but for whatever reason, I just feel like I have to have extra. And I fold it in half and I sew it with a tapestry needle. I sew the short side, I sew it down, and then it'll be like a loop. And then so if I sew it down this way, so this, if I can find it, okay. So this long one is right here, right? So I sew it down this way, then I flip it over this way. So now, after I've sewn it, the long piece is here. So then I just sew this closed. As the loop, I just kind of sew it closed at the top. So as you can see on this, so I just kind of cinch it closed, kind of like you know, like one of those bags that like have a drawstring and you pull it tight. That's kind of essentially what I'm doing at the top here. And that's basically how I make these hats. It's not hard, and they don't take that long. They take long enough, but they don't take that long to make. So if you know how to crochet, and you'd like to make your own, and this is the way I make human-sized hats too, which it's super easy. You just basically crochet a rectangle, a long rectangle, sew it together and cinch it at the top. Now I do add a little bit more length at the bottom, and I add about 3 more rows. Once it's all put together, I do sew around the bottom about 3 times. So that kind of just adds, like you can kind of tell in this one, it kind of just adds a little bit of a bottom to it. And if you know crochet, I also add a couple of decreases. So basically, if you're not a crocheter, what that does is it kind of brings the hat in. So if you can tell that this kind of comes in a little, that's what that is. I added a decrease. So basically I crocheted two together. If that 2 stitches, I crocheted them and I turned them into 1 stitch on every row. So that's basically what I do. If that doesn't make any sense to you, I guess you could just skip this part. But I figured I would just tell you the process and how I make them, because I am not gatekeeping this secret. It's not any secret how I make these. They're super easy. And I want you to know, I want to be transparent about how I make them so that you know that I'm not trying to rip you off. Like, I'm being extremely transparent about how long these take and how easy they are to make, but they still do take time. So if you go to the website, if you go to my Etsy shop and you notice, I think I've decided that they're going to be $25. Also, the sun is disappearing. I don't know. It's been cloudy all day. So when you go to my Etsy shop and you notice they're $25 a piece plus shipping, so they'll probably be in the US about a little under $30, because shipping is about $3.50 to $5 depending on where you live. I've seen it's usually under $5. But before you go over there and you kind of scoff at the prices, which typically the Smart Doll community does not do that, which I'm extremely thankful for, but I've also been in non-Smart Doll community trying to sell my art, and people are not super nice about how much things are, because they don't really see the work that goes into it, and they assume that it should be really cheap shipping, really fast shipping, because they're comparing small businesses like myself to Amazon, and they're not taking into consideration the price of the materials and the time that it takes for them to make it. So I only disclose like how I make it so that you all know that I'm not trying to pull one over on you or anything like that. They're really easy to make. If you want to make them yourself, please go ahead. I'm not necessarily going to make a detailed tutorial yet. I might one day, but I'm not necessarily going to make a detailed tutorial, but I wanted to be transparent about how I make them, just in case you want to figure that out on your own. Just because, I don't know, I felt like I needed to be honest. But we're going to put these ones together because I've been just kind of crocheting them flat, the last few of them. I don't know how many more I'm gonna make, and if people really like these, I will continue to make more. But at the moment, this is gonna be a very limited run of hats. I have more left over, but I can't tell if, I don't remember if I've said this already, but just finish this one, right? I honestly can't tell if this is enough to make another hat. So what I might do, if I have time, is do a couple of combos. I think I have mentioned this before. I've been toying with that idea. I may or may not do it. Anyway, I've babbled for 10 minutes. Like, who's actually watching this? I don't really know. Thank you if you're watching this. I feel like I say that a lot. I babble a lot. You know, I don't see anybody during the day. I work from home. And all I do is talk to my husband, and every once in a while my sister and my mom. So I don't have anybody else to talk to. So I talk to you guys. And I appreciate if you sit through it. Anyway, let's put hats together. This is a tapestry needle, by the way. I mentioned tapestry needle in the last thing. It's just like a dull needle. It's not very sharp. And you use it to sew things together and sew your ends in and stuff. So there you go. Okay, we're gonna put these together now. All right, so I got all of the Christmas necklaces done finally. There was tons of them. When I didn't realize how many there were until I started making them all, but I figured I would go over them really quickly. What I've got, since there are tons of them, each one of these is going to be its own listing. So I basically took all of the Christmas charms that I had and I kind of just divided them up into like theme. So I'll tell you what the themes are. So basically, and these ones I've shown you already, but these are the little bows. I'm going to offer them both in gold and in silver and in gold. I only have one made in gold so far because I was asking people on Instagram what their opinion was on that. A lot of people said just to offer both. So I'm actually going to offer both for all of the colors. And these are going to be on the shorter side, so you can kind of tell these are kind of on the same like length, and these ones are a little bit on the shorter side. But all the rest of them are longer. I debated on whether or not to make some of them shorter or not. I decided to just make them all long because you can clip them to make them shorter. You can kind of double them. And so I figured that would be the easiest for me because I have so many of them. And so yeah, but this is basically the way it's going to go. Each one of these is going to be their own listing, except for these two. These will be one listing. But we've got mittens. That'll be one listing. And I have about 4 or 5 of each of these. So the quantities are a little bit on the small side, but there is more than just one each. This one is, we've got little Christmas wreaths, and this Noel one, I debated on whether to include this one or not, but it didn't fit in any of the other like categories, and so I kind of put it with the little Christmas wreaths. I felt like it fit that the best because there was only 2 of these ones. And we've got the little reindeer. these little reindeer. This little white one is probably my favorite charm of all of these. I just love them. So we got the reindeers, and then the Santa. There are multiple different Santas here. There's this little tiny Santa, there's a moon Santa, and then just 2 different designed Santas. Since there were so many of them, I'm like, we could use this as its own listing. And then we've got this right here. These are little snowflakes. So if you don't like Christmas or you don't celebrate Christmas, I do have like a general snowflake design. There's just 4 different colors. The snowflakes are all the same. And all of these are on gold if you can't tell. This is my snowman collection. These are cute. This is like my second favorite design. These are adorable. Then we've got the Christmas trees, of course. Lots and lots of Christmas trees. They're all different sizes, shapes, colors, but they're mostly like green and red. And then, last but not least, we have the little stocking collection. So yeah, I really like these. These are on the smaller side. But anyway, that's my whole collection of Christmas necklaces. There are tons. I'm super excited about them. And I love to see them all kind of displayed out because I feel like a real business owner now, because usually I only do like 1 or 2 designs. And so it's kind of cool to see so much stuff in stock. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 separate listings, plus my hats, the crocheted hats that I've mentioned prior to this. So yeah, this is exciting. I'm excited to have finally gotten these done. And yeah, I hope you're excited too. Sorry about the face and stuff. Anyway, so pretty much we're getting to the end of the video. I have not looked at all the footage that I have. I've been recording since the beginning. It's October 17th. We're getting to the end of the video. I have no idea how much footage there is. I talked to the camera a ton this time around and didn't show you as much stuff, so I apologize for that. If you enjoy watching me make this stuff more than just sitting and watching me talk about it, then let me know in the comments below. But we're getting to the end, and I think I have enough. I still have a little bit of work to do. I did finish the necklaces, as you can tell in the last clip, and I still have some of the hats to work on. So this is kind of the difference. I mentioned like probably just a couple minutes for you, but quite a few days for me, that I did these 2 little like 3 rows at the bottom of the hat. So I'm not sure if you can tell the difference. This one's obviously a little bit longer than this one. So there's like 3 that still need that the little like last 3 little rows done on them, and then I just need to do the photography, which the photography is really hard to show because I actually take my photography on my phone, which is what I'm recording on. So it's not like I can record myself doing photography because I just use my phone for all of this. That just goes to show that you don't need much to start a YouTube channel or to start an Etsy shop. If you have a decent phone with a decent camera, just do it that way. You might have to research a little bit on lighting. I still am learning that myself, but that just goes to show. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched and who has watched and who has invested in all of this and who may order something. The day, I'm going to try to make it that the day this video goes out is the day that all of this stuff is being listed. So if you see this, head down to the link below, and all of this stuff, minus the charms, the couple charms I mentioned in the middle of this video that won't be up there, but all the Christmas ones and the snowflakes and all the hats and stuff will all be up there. So if you're interested in those, go run over there. I do think that I'm gonna run a little like special, or like give a little gift. If you order 5 or more necklaces, I'm going to throw in an extra necklace. I'll probably put that in the like the text of each of the listings. But if you just so happen to make it to the end of this video and you do want to order stuff, that is something to let you know. And by that point too, you should be getting free shipping. You get free shipping over $35 in my shop. So if you get 5 necklaces and maybe like a hat, it'll be well over $35, so you don't have to pay for shipping and you'll get an extra necklace. Anyway, I really appreciate you all watching my disaster. I'm not organized, so I appreciate you being on this journey with me. And being interested in all my stuff. I'm only able to continue to put things up in the shop because people continue to buy from my shop. And the fall launch was so ridiculously successful, so I am hoping that this launch will be just as successful. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.